I'm DeByrdman. I'm running Kid Klown. Commentating with me is Johnny.
Yep.
From the
Until
previous
fans,
one.
7188.
So, like I had mentioned at the start of the Mega Man game, I don't run Mega Man 10, but Johnny doesn't run Kid Klown. So we're going to try our best to coordinate this.
Well, the other thing as well is it helps bringing a fresh eyes into a commentary as well when you don't know the game itself, because I can ask the small questions that might just go unattended.
Some people might have, and you can also read the chat for me if anybody.
Yes, I can.
I am notoriously bad at reading chat, especially during runs.
Most of it I've been doing chat, truthfully.
So this is Kid Klown. This is the first screen of the game. I haven't started yet. I just want to show off some of the controls. So Kid Klown feels a little jank to move. So in order to run, you have to walk forward a little bit before he starts going off into a sprint. If you try to change directions, you lose running speed, which is annoying. Also, if you look at his jump height, normally it's slow and kind of short, but if you're running, he does have a higher jump. And your main primary attack is these balloons. If you hold the balloon, you can do a little float. You could also place them on the floor and jump off of them. You could shoot them in 8 directions. And you could also just do little tricks like this where you jump and throw a balloon down and jump off it for extra height.
Yep.
And that's pretty much all the tech there is when it comes to controlling Kid Klown. He is a clown that is a kid, but his name is actually Kid Klown. They call him that in the cutscene. There's also these little strawberries. They're called chips in the menu there. I don't know why. If somebody knows, maybe some country out there calls them chips. But I want to avoid the chips as much as possible. At the end of each level, there's a little bonus screen where Kid Klown transfers the chips into balloons as for ammo in a little bonus screen. It takes about 4.5 seconds to mash start to get through the bonus screen, but if I don't have any chips at all, it just goes straight into the next level.
Yep. And the game overs are not as punishing, but deaths can be punishing where it puts you back, right?
Yes. There are no limited continues. Death puts you back to the screen that you were on for the most part. Minus bosses. I think bosses put you at the screen before it. And like I said, no limited continues, so if you game over, you can just continue from that stage.
And we'll get into the actual levels and stuff.
Before I start, I do want to show off the intro cinematic for just a brief second. It says, a rainy night in Kansas. So shout out to anybody watching from Kansas. After the first level, Kid Klown goes into a mirror, into like a magical world. So the intro stage technically takes place in Kansas. So shout out to anybody who's living in Kansas.
Well, yeah, but also this is like the Bear is taking the Pledge of Allegiance. Like this puts him in America.
Or Australian talking dolphins.
Yeah, true. Oh, Breath of Fire 3.
Also, this intro screen, this title screen, Kid Klown looks alright. Don't look up the box art. The box art looks horrible compared to this. They should have just used this image for the box art. But yeah, with that out of the way, I wanted to explain that before starting the run, because getting into the run and explaining it might be a little bit difficult. So one more reset, and then I'm going to do a 3, 2, 1, and go.
Yeah, the Nightmare.
Yes, the Nightmare.
Why.
The main villain is called Nightmare. That is his name.
Yeah, which, honestly, he looks like Snidely Whiplash from the Dudley Do-Right cartoons to me.
and you can kind of see his little silhouette there at the bottom of the screen. You can see his mustache and his top hat.
I honestly thought it was a mountain or a house when I first saw Bird stream this.
No, the nightmare always looms over.
That's dark.
Well, we'll defeat him, and then we'll be all good. Also, this game was originally Mickey Mouse 3. I forgot the title. I'm a bad runner who doesn't remember the name of the original Japanese version. But essentially, it's a Mickey Mouse game reskinned in America for the American release. So I'm gonna get started. 3, 2, 1, go. And you can skip the cutscenes.
Yeah, which is nice.
Also, ignore the shakiness on the bottom. For some reason, my console's been doing that with this game. And I don't know how to fix it. And I was hoping it wouldn't happen, because it doesn't happen all the time, but... So this is the
Honestly,
first
it's
boss.
hilarious.
I have to get 3 hits, and I missed one. 3 hits to get the quick kill. It's not the end of the world. I can just hit him an extra time right here. And like Mega Man, I have to stand in the center of the screen, because he walks to the center of the screen.
Yeah, I forgot to do that during my run.
So here's the little magic mirror that he goes through in Kansas. I'm glad I got the T, because sometimes I'm mashing and I get TH, and it bothers me.
So whatever story there is all locked behind the letter T. So that was the intro stage. Now, stage 2 is technically stage 1.
Yes.
And we're picking up a lightning bolt here, which acts like, you said, an invincibility star from Mario.
And we're actually going to collect the second one right after this.
I do like the balloon floating mechanics, though.
So, I just collected a strawberry by accident. What happened is, I threw an extra balloon. Even though there's no chest on the screen, sometimes balloons will spawn... No, I don't have running speed, and it's kind of scaring me.
Yeah. This game has a lot of screen shaking for an NES game, too.
Still avoiding these strawberries out of habit, but accidentally collected them. So now this is the next boss, an owl. Bosses do have iframes when they turn red, so ideally you want to keep hitting them as soon as the iframes run out, and you just constantly see them red. If you see them gray, I'm flipping up. So here's the bonus stage. It takes 4.5 seconds to just mash start out of it. It doesn't take too long, but it is time consuming.
It's also avoidable, that's the thing.
Yeah.
So now we're on to stage 1, which is stage 3. Or stage 2, which is stage 3. Terrible Toyland. Is that actually what it's called, or you named them?
No, I looked up the instruction manual.
Oh, right! So, this is stage 2. Stage 3, there'll be a flashing warning on the boss. We'll warn you beforehand as well. But it gets pretty bad because it's an anglerfish, and, well...
He does a little light attack. The
Yeah,
bottom of the screen really is going crazy today.
Yeah, it's really funny, actually. This is the best.
I am playing on an actual NES with an EverDrive. So I don't know if it's my pins that are messing it up or the ROM, but...
Either way, it's exactly
real
what
hard
Klown
work.
deserves. Yeah, so
Those
you're
are two
avoiding all the chip strawberries, I guess?
Yeah, those two are the only ones that I need to actively avoid in this stage.
I like how you're throwing balloons to destroy enemies, and those robots just have guns. Yeah, kids, clowns, and bullets. Okay.
So right here, I went above the screen to access the door before the enemies spawned. You can actually do it a lot quicker than that, but I took it safe.
Yeah, so coming up with a boss soon for the warning. Because the angler, I got it wrong. Anglerfish is this boss, right?
I might have died here. No, I didn't. Okay.
Oh, good job.
That jump is a little tight.
So if the Fever Dream was an NES game, I think I'd give it to this one. So here's the flashing warning again. If you're sensitive, just look away.
There it is.
Yeah. It's quite strenuous, and then...
I can't damage him during it. But I took out the light on his head, so he doesn't do it anymore. And now I just spam balloons at his jaw, and he dies. I don't know how many hits it takes. I didn't count it for this boss because I just spam it and he dies.
Yeah, they did steal a fish from Mega Man 2, yeah, but yeah, so you can see going into stage 3 now. I don't think there's another flashing warning like that for this game, right?
No, not that severe.
There's still some.
There's still some, like any normal NES game where a boss dies, but take a safety heart here. Oops, I'm messing up. You can actually go up the stage pretty quickly using that balloon jump that I mentioned at the start of the run. So this lightning bolt is very important. I use it to defeat the mini-boss in one hit. If you've ever played Mario 2 or Mario 3, defeating Boom Boom with a star, it's very tight timing, and he jumps, so I need to make sure I jump into him.
There you go.
And there we go.
I mean, comparatively, think of a time loss for having to actually fight the mini-boss versus just walking into his frame.
Correct.
You're using the balloons to go up in the air vents, which is kind of neat.
It's hitting the other platform.
There you go.
I collect that one. There's really nothing in the way. Take a safety heart here.
Did you get the heart? Or, I see.
I did. It doesn't really show it that well. The card starts to flash when you collect it. It doesn't disappear right away.
There you go.
This is the giant Cyclops boss. You just throw it at an angle until he dies. Throw balloons at him in an angle until he dies.
And now ice levels.
Everybody's favorite.
Yeah.
So this is the one stage that I couldn't avoid Strawberry. I did collect one earlier, but this would have been the one stage that I would have saw the bonus stage.
Yeah. There's also the other thing as well, as when Bird was showing me some of the mechanics here. I asked if you die, do you lose the chips? And apparently yes, but dying probably takes more time than just exiting out of the bonus game, so...
Shoutouts to Mega Man 2's Quick Man.
Didn't seem that threatening. Do you have to be getting the body? Or
yeah, it's like his bottom half.
Okay. So just by going through your head, you're fine still though?
Yeah, I don't know how it works. Just...
Alright.
Oops, I messed up. Oh, it's supposed to land right on top of him to keep damaging him. But he has a little ground pound and it prevents you from moving forward. This section right here is super free. It gives you a free lightning bolt star. Oh, my game's really...
Oh yeah, that's...
I've never seen it like this. So I just gotta have to deal with it and go on. But this section's free. You just hold forward and get through it. And the next section is very annoying because if you jump into the soft snow without a balloon, you fall into it, and it takes a little bit of time for him to jump out of it.
So it's like DuckTales in the mountain.
It's like that.
Yep, exactly like DuckTales in the mountain then.
Are you saying Kid Klown is not an original game?
No, not at all. I just stole the fish from Mega Man 2 as well.
Take the slow, take the safety heart.
Ooh, jeez.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this right now. I guess when I hit reset, it moved it slightly.
So this boss is funny. He wants to bounce the balloons.
He just wants to have fun, and you just defeat him.
He's dead. And there you go. 9 chances and just leaving.
A really good thing you don't have to waste all the shots, because that would take forever.
Yeah. At that point, you would want to avoid as much as possible, or take a strategic death or something.
Yeah, at that point, I think taking a strategic death would matter.
Yeah. Is there any other categories to this game?
Yes, there are hard. You can enter the Konami code at the start, and you can play in hard mode, which there is a category for. There's also the original Japanese version, which is that Mickey Mouse game I mentioned, which 90% of it seems like the same game. I've never played it, but from what I've seen, it looks like the same game, except you can't skip the cutscenes, and the final stage has a warp, which isn't in the Mickey Mouse game.
Which is a shame. You showed me how much that skipped of the level, and it's actually... It seems needlessly difficult and long, instead of just playing the game that has the warp.
You could skip the mini-boss here by jumping with a balloon.
Oh, there's supposed to be a bridge built after or something?
Yeah, after you beat it, like a little cart rolls out from the boss, and you skip that section. There are multicolored floors here. I didn't really explain it, but certain ones have different properties, and I just avoid most of them.
Yeah, you have it written here. Red causes you to bounce. Blue reduces running speed and short jumps. Brown causes you to get stuck. Yeah, this is a caterpillar. That looks like a dog.
I think in the Mickey Mouse game, this is the caterpillar from Alice in Wonderland. Everything's Disney themed in... Well, not everything. It's still the anglerfish. It's still... The giant Cyclops looks different.
So now we're going to go fight Snidely Whiplash.
So, after beating all the 5 stages, Kid Klown rescues his family, but then the Nightmare shows up and says, not so fast, and I don't really know what happens, I only saw it once, and now we're moving on.
I thought you gave me... Here's the warp as well.
It's right here at the top. I feel like this is probably a localization thing. They probably didn't want to deal with the stage, so they just put the warp. That's my theory. But the whole level is just one giant maze, and it's pretty annoying to get through.
Honestly, again, like, Bird was showing off, like this enemy's different here, so you know you're not in the same room despite looking the same.
And I just want to enter a door by accident.
Yeah, the doors really warp you around in different levels of, well, the maze, basically. And we're nearing on... Because it's this one, this is a boss, which looks like from Millen's Secret Castle.
In the Mickey Mouse game, this is a full dragon, just not a pterodactyl-looking thing.
Hey, the balloon came back and...
Yeah, I don't really have a strat, I just damage boots and throw balloons in his face until he dies.
The HUD seems to be the popular choice. So when someone says, come at me, bro, Kid Klown says, okay.
Yeah, Nightmare is just a dude bro from the early 2000s. But this is the final boss. He's in 3 phases. Each phase takes about 10 hits. I think it is 10 hits for each phase.
Oh no,
says,
I'm toast. Hi, Toast, I'm Kid Klown.
The fact that he fights after saying that reminds me of that meme, call an ambulance, but not for me. Like, oh no, I'm toast. Oh, but it's you that is toast.
Actually, I don't want to jinx it, but like, the balloons can get in your way for making you like accidentally bounce and stuff too.
Yes, it could like, if I miss, it could fall on hit the wall, bounce back, and when I'm jumping, I just bounce up and hit him by accident.
Hey,
it calls you awesome.
Oh, so when is time?
Time is on final hit, so
okay.
Like 9 more hits from here. See, like that balloon just decided to come back. Time.
There you go. I have the stream going so I can see what time it says. That's Kid Klown.
And that is Kid Klown. So it's a little cinematic at the end. So the main plot was... It's kind of dumb. Clearly they didn't put thought into this. The Nightmare needs Kid Klown to open up this safe. He's like, hey kid, come open up this safe with me. And he's like, no, I don't want to do that. So he kidnaps his family. Even though any clown can open it, so that's Kid Klown's father technically could open it. So what's the point of Kid Klown needing to do it? I don't know. But Kid Klown ends up defeating the Nightmare, opens the door. His family's in there with a whole bunch of rubber balls.
Rubber ball noses.
Rubber ball noses.
Yeah.
And it's enough to last forever.
Which, I'm curious on what the average lifespan of a rubber nose is. Oh, so your final time was 12:58.
Thank you. That is... I'm happy with Sub 13. I'm happy with this run. The only thing that kind of bothered me was the jankiness with the screen, but if viewers didn't mind it, then I'm okay with it.
Honestly, the chat liked it quite a bit, truthfully.
I like how happy he is about the rubber noses. It makes me think, is this the currency they use in Kansas? Can anybody confirm if they use
Can anybody deny?
Can anybody deny that in Kansas the currency is rubber noses?
Yeah.
He seems very happy, like he just hit the jackpot.
Up your hose with a rubber nose. That's probably the best way to summarize Kid Clown.
Maybe there is a sequel to Kid Clown called Kid Clown and the Crazy Chase on the SNES. It's a completely different style game. I've never played it, and I probably never will, if I'm being honest.
You don't want to run the entire Kid Clown franchise?
No.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Well, Sugar Bean saying Crazy Chase is fun. I've never played it.
Can't lie to me, chat. I've seen that game played.
Yes, Johnny, do you have any additional thoughts?
Clowns are abominations. Honestly, like, when Bird's like, I asked Bird if he wants to be commentary on Mega Man 10, I'm like, sure, I can do commentary for you? He's like, sure! I was thinking it was a Super Nintendo game. So when I first saw this one a couple days ago, I'm like, oh, this is way different. And honestly, it looks like a lot of fun, truthfully. I'd never play it, nor will I, but it looks like fun.
You should give it a try. It is.
No.
I will say that the speedrun is a lot more funner than playing this casually. Playing this casually is a little bit of a mess because of the way he runs, and it feels very jank, especially with the balloons and the running speed and the jumps and moving in the air. It's a lot more fun when you actually learn the game. It gets better as you play.
Yeah. Well, I think that's it for me.
All right. Thank you all for watching. Thank you, Dave, for having me on your event. Like mentioned earlier, this is for charity. If you have the funds, if you have the resources, please donate. And I'm good with that. Thank you all.